So we're back. Part 5 now. We're all safety. We've got some concerns, some issues. We get sick and we just fucking do nothing. We just dribble shit. So probably not even worth watching this one, but it's just all part of the chronological order of things. So we just got to get through it and we just get past it and fucking work the shit out and fucking rip it. What to believe in, when to really so. When to not to deceive in, we don't take control. Believe what you read or what you see, but you don't really know. Believe what you want, but don't deceive me, you won't take control. Turn on that TV. I don't even need to know the reasons. Life's not meant to be misinformed and confused. Toe the line, real time. Learn how to toe the line. Vicious life. Turn into real life. You've been told your mind is now in their control. It's been a day, that's for sure. Where did we leave off? Well, I've had some casualties. These fucking control arm bolts in here. My goodness. Say goodbye to my 17mm. That fucking died. And this bolt got pretty stripped. So we better replace that, I guess. Ouch, they were tight. So let's go, let's prise this off and get this drive axle out. Hopefully that's the easy part now. The hard part's over, hopefully. But yeah, both sides, those nuts were hard. This one wasn't too hard. We did get the other side of the drive shaft out. This little bit of brass got a bit damaged on the way out. Hopefully that's okay. I think it's just there, yeah, that's fine. We'll roll with that, I think. Hopefully these little nicks in there aren't going to damage the sealing surface, but we might bring the light across and I'll show you that rubber too, because it doesn't look great, but get up in here, the light going on. Get out of the way of that, the camera's in the wrong spot, there we go. So yeah, this rubber here looks like I probably touched it with a pry bar, but I believe that's the sealing surface inside there. So hopefully, well, I don't know about hopefully, but I think we'll just go with that and pretend that we didn't see none of that. That was easy. Easy. Straight out. There's a hole down there. Didn't tap into anything. Good spot for the light. Took a little bit. You can see where that speed sensor was. Oh no, it's a little wire just in the way. That was a bit of a bitch to get out. The next thing's next. Is the next thing. I think I'll get starter motor out and then I'm going to pull the gearbox out. Fucking yeah. I've got to pull this bar out here, I think. This little cross member. Yeah, just pull that out. Fucking wear it away. Just a little extra note to point out how I got these out, rather than what a lot of guides say is getting your pry bar in there and prying that out, or a CV joint puller or whatever, which I don't have. I found the old calibrated tool this one. And we just popped her on there. Tapped her with the old Tonya Harding. She popped out nice. A little bit difficult to get in there and get a good swing and a good angle. And once you got all that worked out, 10 good taps on that one to get it out. That one didn't take many because I probably had it out about this far with the pry bar. I was getting a bit worried because of that. But yeah, we'll deal with that if we have to. Alright, here we are. Been dicking around for a fucking couple of hours for sure. I've got this engine brace stuck in there to support the engine. And I'll utilise that to sort of help balance the tranny when I take it out too, I think. I also chucked in extra safety measure there. I've got that sump supported as well, just in case. I've got a chassis stand in there, just a couple of centimetres under the transmission in case that wants to drop. It'll only drop onto there. Nothing's moved so far. I've taken out an engine mount, at least a bracket for it anyway. I'll get underneath and probably take that one out. Not looking forward to the back one at all, honestly. It's in a shit fucking spot and there's not much way of getting at it. I think though, once I take the, now that I've taken that engine mount out, I can take that bracket out at the bottom there, which might actually be what the engine's possibly sitting on if it didn't drop any. So as it moves, I'm just trying to be safe as I can. I'll pull that piece out and have a look next. But while I'm here, this thing's mounted in here. It's pretty sturdy. Doesn't move. It's nice and braced in, and it's got tension on it. So I'll just make a note for myself that I pulled these out just of the on the bonnet, just to get that in the right spot so it lined up there nicely with where the hook was on the engine. Just so I remember to pop them back in so that the bonnet shuts nice, I guess. It's the only one it's got, it doesn't have any spares. We already talked about the broken bolts, and oh yes, I wanted to document that this is where this one came from. That's the front one, and it goes in that way with the rubber on the left, looking at the front of the engine bay. These two bolts into there, to the tranny. I can't film it sitting in there at the same time, but we'll just put that back there, that's fine. And there was another bolt which I've lost. Awesome. Which was the through there, in there. We'll find it. Adios, muchachos. Even aside from the back one, I'm not really looking forward to this one either. It's got compressor lines right where I need to remove bolts from. Hopefully, but I'll take that bolt out. And then there's another bolt hidden inside there, which is going to be heaps of fun to get out too. There's a bolt there. And hopefully then that bracket comes out. There's two bolts tied down in there too. Oh my god. This one's going to be just as much of a nightmare. I've had a look underneath. The back one is there in a shit spot. If you know what you're looking at, you'll see it. Just beyond where that speed sensor is. It's in behind there, so that was a pretty good thing to get out. The bolt is literally there. Oh, you can't really see where I'm pointing, but right behind that sensor, like the bracket's there, and you can see the bolt. And then let's start behind the bolt. I've already pulled that out because I'll take that from underneath. I've got to take that other bar out. Then the other one I can get at underneath, I noticed. So this wiring is just pushed up out there out of the way, so I might be able to move that and then get access in there a bit easier. Let's see how we go. I don't really want to be under the car with it, under the engine. I'm taking engine mounts out.
It's not a good way to live. Yeah, it'd be easy. It'd be easy, he said. Easy. 10 minutes dicking around. There we go. Sneaky little fucker. So, as always, we fucking keep parts nice and fucking safe so that one can go in there. Can't remember which hole that came out of, but probably that one there that's had some usage and it's got a bit of adjuster in it. But that's fine. That'll only go in one spot surely once we pull it in. Speaking of lost bolts, while I was looking at that rear engine mount, I found the one that I'd lost to that U-built-A. Here we are again. Didn't really do a finish up video last night, but I didn't really get anything done. I've just been procrastinating and trying to work out what's got to do next, and keep talking about this starter motor coming out, and my god, it's like the last thing to come out. I think it's got a really hidden itself down in there. I also feel like shit today, so I've done nothing. I've kind of come to the decision that I'm probably due for a helper, so I'm going to probably get a helper here tomorrow while I'm under there. But what I did do is spend a lot of time procrastinating over shit, so without starting on the rear engine mount, we've still got to get this one out. I'm going to do the rear one first, because that's the one that'll have to be under the car, so I'd rather it be held by this. This condenser line problem, or the AC lines, which I can't really disconnect because I don't want to degas it, because I can't regas it myself, and the place locally is fucking shit, trying to rip you off, so we need to leave them in. But what I have noticed is on this brace down the bottom, this condenser line here is attached, it's kind of loose, but there's a bolt underneath there to pull that out. Hopefully from there, that might just give me, if I take off some of these brackets, if I can clip it out of these brackets, I don't need much, just to get my socket bit in there, because I can't really get in there with a wrench either. Hopefully that one's the same. If I pop that out there, if I can get that to pop out of there, because hopefully I'll have a bit of play, because that's a flexible line there. So hopefully that just gives me enough manoeuvring to get that out. That's not in the way, that's just fucking sitting there somehow. And hopefully that solves that problem, because this needs to come out, and that's hopefully going to free up a lot of space that I can't get at anything underneath. I was trying to get this engine mount out down in through here. Got a torch here somewhere. And if we look down, probably this hole here. Nope, just bad camera work as always. I can't see shine in there. I can't even see it myself there. I can see it now. Yeah, that engine mount just above the exhaust. I tried to get that from like in here. Through there, I could get in an angle on there with the nice big breaker bar extension. I could just use one more, but because I couldn't really get a good purchase because it kind of ends about here inside the wheel arch, so I couldn't get any leverage on it. But I think the way to actually do it is coming from underneath. I'm just going to go with, maybe you can see there, some light in there somewhere. There's a couple of bolts on the bottom of the engine, on that brace, sorry. There's one that holds the exhaust there, so that's going to come out. And the engine mounts, and then drop out that, I don't know what to call it, a cross member, but it's just like a brace of some sort. Get that out. Then I can access the bottom bolt on that engine mount. Down in there somewhere. Shit camera angles, all that stuff going on. I think you can see it better from this side actually. Yeah. No focus, but yeah, still can't see it. Camera's working really well today. Yeah, you can just see the bracket there. It's not that bolt on the top next to the sensor either, it's down on the side. But then with that bar out underneath the engine, that'll free up some space to get in there, and then I'll get access to starter, because the starter's like, I could probably get it out now without that, but I've got to take that out anyway, so why jump the gun there? So that's the plan really, I guess, but I kind of want someone to be here in case something bad happens, and no one's around now, so freaking engine drops on my arm or some shit, it's trouble for about 4 or 5 hours until someone gets home. I mean, I've secured it all under here as best as I can. I've got the extra jack under there. I've got 2 chassis stands that aren't actually holding anything, they're just there in case something drops, and it gives me like 4/8 of a second or 8/16 of a second, something like that, to sort of, you know, move and not crush my head, maybe just get an arm stuck or something. Yeah, so I think she's just sitting for today. I'll see if I find some motivation later. This has just got a couple of bolts underneath on this side, nice and dirty. So those bolts there are going to come out. That's the bolt there for that bracket. This bolt there is bracing it as well. The engine mount bolts came out from there already. Another one there. I've juiced some of these already, so I knew I had to take them out. And then at the back, get that. Yeah, where that cross member is, that's where the other fucking 6 bolts or whatever is going to come out, and they're all going to be fucking tight. We're all going to need a joink on them, so especially once that engine mount comes out and this brace is out. It's kind of only got 3 or 4 mounts. I don't know. Anything else that's happened interesting? But yeah, so that's the plan. You'll pull the bottom of the engine mount out, get this brace out, then we can access what we need to get out, and then get out what we need to get out, and then hopefully we can pull this tranny so we can get at the clutch, which is what we want to fix. Oh goodness.